Yeah.
Okay, live na tayo. Broadcast.
Yay.
Start.
Hi, welcome to the recitation activity for MMS 141. This is Group 8. We have the gang here. Let's start introducing the members. Ron, go ahead, please.
Hello guys. Hello viewers. I am Ronaldo Pabwa. You can call me Ron. It's my second year or 6 terms in UPOU, and I'm enjoying the different culture and tradition, different culture of non-traditional education.
Okay,
Welcome sa MMS 141.
okay. Queenie?
Yeah, hi, my name's Queenie, and I am a third year student under BAMS. I just finished Associate in Arts probably a year ago, and yeah, it's nice to meet you all.
Thank you. Karen?
Hey guys, I'm Karen. You can call me Ken for short and Q for shorter. And I'm on my third year here on BAMS. And if you want to know more about me, you can check out my self-introduction page in 141.
Okay, that's in Piazza, right?
Yep, in Piazza.
Okay, thank you. Patricia?
Hello everyone, my name is Patricia Ann Bautista, or Trisha for short, and I'm from Nueva Ecija. I'm a baker slash cake decorator.
Thank you, Tricia. I'm Andrew Faron, Ray Andrew Faron. I'm from Pasig. It's my third year in BAMS. Um, okay, let's start. For this recitation activity, we are asked to answer 4 questions that we have to discuss. Let's start with the first question. The first question goes like, how would you define online privacy in your own words? Why is privacy something to be concerned about in the online world? What do you say about that, Ron?
Okay. So how would I personally define online privacy? In my own simple words, online privacy is a space. It is a space in the World Wide Web where I can put any personal data to which is strictly exclusive for my own use and access. That certain approval is required prior to getting any data of information or information by people outside my exclusive right. Hence, people who force to get any information will be subjected to any applicable laws. Now, why it is something to be concerned about? Because as we know, the information we put in the web spread faster than we thought. A small mistake to unsecure an account may lead to a surmountable amount of physical and emotional damage. Privacy lies between a person and the online world, which is roughly a million a day. No? You protect your privacy in an online world means you maintain a secure place in the web. However, if you are a person of interest in the web, then unfortunately, there will be no place to hide. In this case, technology companies have greater responsibility in making the accounts of their customers secured.
Okay. Thank you for the elaborate answer, Ron. Queenie, what do you have to say?
Yes, if I were to define online privacy in my own words, I would describe it as something you own and want to control and secure from prying eyes. It is difficult to control even more than a dog on a leash. So imagine that the dog is something that you own and you want to keep it on a leash so that you would make sure that the security levels are high. And the harsh consequences when the dog escapes your grasp, and that would lead to privacy breach. So privacy is something to be concerned about in the online world because there are many people who are after personal information for their own selfish misdeeds.
Okay. Thank you, Queenie. Karen, what's yours?
Yeah, online privacy is something or information of our personal life, and it is where we store it online. For example, cloud storages, Dropboxes, our emails. There we know we store our personal information that we don't normally share to other people or in public. So why is privacy something to be concerned about? And it's something that about us. And if someone stole from us, and especially information about us, it can be used against us, or it can be used to someone else using our name, even though we didn't authorize them to use it.
Okay. Thank you, Karen. Patricia, what do you have?
Okay. Online privacy for me, in my own words, is our solitude in cyberspace. Most of us, if not all people, enjoy the feeling of being connected with others. However, uh, privacy is important and is something to be concerned about because everyone needs a space to breathe in the midst of a crowded online world. So I believe we all deserve a place to be free.
Okay. Thank you, Pat.
Okay.
Um,
Mm.
what I would say about the first question is online privacy is the ability to keep an information, such as personal information that has been shared online, but you want to share it to a particular audience only or to yourself. Um, we should be concerned about it because there are bad people who want to do shady things, get our information, steal our money, steal our girlfriends. No, no, not the girlfriends part. But yeah, money, identity, commit crimes, tagging our names on it. So that's my answer.
So Karen, we would like to hear your opinion about our discussion in question number one. You?
Mm, based on the information provided as a group, I can conclude that privacy is a space where we store our personal information. And
Yep.
that's the summary of our discussion.
And
Okay.
also, I think that when it comes to the concern about privacy, we should be concerned about online privacy because we have something that we own or we keep that we don't want anyone else to see on the internet. So we should be concerned about that.
Oh, okay. Good one.
Okay.
Okay, let's move to the second question. Um, do some research about organizations that are involved in defending privacy in the Philippines or in Southeast Asia. Describe them briefly and their activities. Ron, what do you have?
Okay. So what I research is there is a commission. In particular, there is a National Privacy Commission, which is under the umbrella of the Department of Information and Communication Technology. But this commission works independently in the fulfillment of Republic Act 10173 or the Data Privacy Act of 2012. Their mandate, or the mandate of this commission, is to receive and investigate complaints affecting personal data protection. Aside from their mandate, they also represent the Philippines in international data protection issues, formulate and implement implementation of rules and regulation of the Republic Act 10173, undertake the public and educational and outreach activity in adopting good data protection.
Okay, thank you, Ron. Queenie, what did you find out?
Yes, so I found something else. Initially, my answer was the same as Ron's, but I tried to find something else. So, the Freedom Online Coalition focuses on the relationship between governments and information and communications technology, or ICT companies, with a particular emphasis on respecting human rights online, including freedom of expression and privacy. So, the working group is comprised of experts from governments, ICT companies, civil society, and academia from across 6 continents. They conduct researches, consultations, propose recommendations, defining transparency, analyzing emerging issues, and policy development.
Awesome.
Mhm.
That's international, right?
Yep, that's international.
Okay, thank you. Karen, what do you have?
What I found is a Foundation for Media Alternatives, which is an non-government organization that advocates the right to privacy of citizens, such as the right against unlawful surveillance. It also conducts research related to privacy rights.
Okay, I'm using. Patricia, what do you have?
So after doing some research, I came across the Department of Information and Communications Technology, which happens to be in the same building of our learning center in Diliman. The DICT is involved in formulation, coordination, and monitoring of cybersecurity plans and policies in the Philippines. So,
Awesome. Very close neighbor, huh? What I
Mhm.
found out is the PNP Anti Cybercrime Group. They go after hackers, scammers, cyber sex extortionists, bad guys who steals your girlfriend, no, your money, steals your money, your identity. Um, these are good people. Okay. Well, that's what I found out.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I think it is nice to know that there are people or organizations that we can rely on when it comes to privacy, online privacy issues, not only in our country and in also the different parts of the globe.
Okay. That's a good summary. Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Question number three. Do you agree with the following statement? Yes or no? Or why? We give up data about ourselves because we don't have time, patience, or single mindedness about privacy that would require our lives or our daily lives in another way. What would your answer be, Ron?
Okay. So yes, I would agree. No, uh, we give up data about ourselves because we don't have time and patience. Setting the security of your personal account is an act of toward creating privacy. By default, websites require entry-level security such as password when signing up account first. This way, the account user will guarantee a place in the web exclusive for personal control. However, password is not enough to say the privacy is absolute. At times, most especially in social media sites, setting up a privacy control, which may appear in the settings section of any social media site, should be applied. This way, the website would know that the certain extent you will allow for privacy. Since technology still excites us, people often forget to set up privacy control in social media sites. The time and patience it will require are being set aside or most often disregarded, resulting to exposing the data and information to public.
Okay, thank you, Ron. Queenie, what do you have?
Yes, before I give my own answer to this question, whether I agree or not, I would also like to add an example to Ron's statement about privacy control. And I'm not sure if everyone of us knows about this, but we have the only me option on Facebook. But I just recently discovered I do my job as an online teacher with Japanese students. And unfortunately, my real name is put out there on Skype. So what my student did is that he did a quick search on Facebook about me, and for some reason he's very technical, so he added like cameras and after that added photos. So what happened was that even though I set my photos only to be viewable by me, what happens is that they can still search you, especially tagged photos that you don't have any control on. So yeah, that
Oh,
probably you guys would like to
that's
know. Yep.
Okay,
that's
okay.
quite alarming.
Yeah, it's alarming. So
Actually,
yeah,
if I may
yeah,
share, no, if I may share,
sorry.
that's actually
Yeah.
uh, an issue in terms of technology, no? Because I actually answered the privacy control should be applied in any in a website, no, because a website is a system, so therefore there should be a security control that them, no? With your discovery, I found out that maybe privacy is not an absolute, especially in online, because even if you apply patience and what you call this time or single-mindedness, if the website doesn't have this solid or concrete security control, then we ourselves are putting in a position where our privacy is it can be breached. So that's
Okay,
what would I like to share about this privacy.
okay. Let's
So we better be
proceed,
careful.
Queenie.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, my answer. Okay,
yeah.
so to answer the third question, sorry. Yes, I do. It's very difficult not to give up data about ourselves. The convenience of time, saving money, ease of access, like cookies, are some of the things we are willing to exchange our data for. And once you start the cycle, it is hard to stop and break from it because all of these are linked by, yeah, information, and this links back to all of us.
Okay, thank you, Queenie. Karen, what do you have?
Yes, I also agree. In today's generation, many of our activities are already done online, such as buying merchandise, paying bills, paying devices, or doing money exchanges. Paying services, for example, may require our information to complete transactions for our convenience. In this way, we sometimes give everything just to use these services at ease.
Okay. Thank you, Karen. Patricia, what do you have to say?
Yes, like Q, Ron, and Queenie, I also agree that we lose our privacy due to lack of time and patience. I really feel guilty about it, and I just can't seem to stop myself because it somehow became a habit. But I also have to admit that I never read the terms and conditions. Well, I've tried, but never finish it because it really tired me out. And I bet you can relate to me with this.
Yes, we
So
do.
that's because many approve the online contract, we feel that it is okay to agree as well. I remember a quote from Fyodor Adorno saying, conformity has replaced consciousness, and I think that explains our problem with online privacy.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Patricia. Well, we can all agree. I as well agree. I think that the convenience of our personal information's availability online makes it easy for us to settle transactions, which makes it attractive and somewhat necessary to share information. Okay.
Okay, thank you for that. And Q, what do you think about everyone's answers for number three?
Uh, I see we all agreed, and yes, and online activities such as social media accesses and transactions. The internet is already part of our everyday life, and we can't resist to just give our personal information to easily use these services.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the summary, Aaron. Okay, moving on to the last, but not the least. So we were asked to read an article online about a teacher sharing his identity and having some bad luck. Okay, so describe what the article is all about briefly and enumerate what other things could have happened to the poor teacher upon doing what he did. Reflect on what similar things you have done before. What do you think are the implications? So, Ron, let's start with you.
Okay. So the article is about a teacher who posts personal data such as its PRC ID and the document from the school he's working in a social media site, particularly in Facebook. This eventually led to identity theft, to which the criminal used his personal record, his social media site, as a requirement to loan in three banks and gathered for a total of 800,000 loans, according to the report. Now, aside from the identity theft, his life could have been endangered, no, because uh, was made public through the Facebook account. No? Similar to what the teacher does, I was actually enticed also to put my business document in social media site when I finally completed my registration. It was intended to share the emotion and fulfillment during that time, since I just started Facebook, few friends, and only those few friends happened to saw my post. Fortunately, nothing harm was happened. I just realized that it could have been led to some sort of identity theft also. Also, it could have led to making transaction in behalf of my business by other people.
Good thing nothing worse happened, Ron. Thank you for
Nothing,
sharing.
nothing really happens. Thank you.
Okay. Queenie, what do you have?
Yep. Yes, so this article is about a teacher who posted his PRC ID online, not censoring important information that was easily used by someone else to pretend as him and get massive loans that he is paying for even though he didn't authorize it at all. So personal information shared on Facebook or any other social networking site could also be used to link bits of information to trace certain patterns that could lead to guessing your password or even your email and do something with these information. For example, in my case, I used my birthday as my password before for a game, and my friend was able to guess my game password. So, yeah, I was not able to access it anymore.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you,
Yep.
Queenie. Karen, what do you have?
So yeah, obviously the article is about identity theft, where the person in the article is a teacher who posted his ID online from his excitement of passing an exam. Uh, After someone stole the information in that ID and used it to make loans from the banks in place of the teacher, even though it wasn't really the teacher who did it. So identity theft is when someone uses your identity. Uh, for this case, the teacher, as said in the article, um, we sometimes get excited and we get clumsy with our information. It's like giving away your password, your keys to your car, or a combination to your safe by accident. So when posting such ID cards, it's best to censor the important parts carefully, or for extra precautionary measures, just don't post it at all. So I almost did this with my driver's license, and because my dad works before as an IT, so before I uploaded it, my dad saw what I was about to do, so he warned me not to do it because the information that may be posted online may be used by someone else. So after that, uh, I became more careful and cautious on what I do online.
Okay. Thank you, Karen.
Okay.
That's a good advice.
You're lucky, Karen,
Patricia.
ano?
Yeah, he is. Patricia, what do you have?
So the article is about a public school teacher who posted a photo of his PRC ID on Facebook, and because of that, he became a victim of identity theft. That mistake can not only leave him with credit issues but also other legal problems. The thief can also use his identity in doing other illegal offenses, and since the criminal stole his identity, the police might come looking after him and arrest him for the crime he did not commit. So I guess I've made the same mistake when I used the check-in feature on Facebook. Nothing bad happened to me, but it might inform the bad guys that there is no one in our house.
Well, thank you for sharing, Patricia. I won't I won't share the story for the fifth time. All right. But it was an unfortunate and funny story of an individual with a poor decision making. His name could have been involved in crimes because his information was available. He could have been used as a scapegoat for a crime. I have not had any experience of my information leaking out, so nothing similar happened to me. Luckily, okay, that's what I have.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, what did you get from our discussion earlier?
I realized that we should be more careful about what we share online and whom we accept as friends and followers. It feels nice to share what we feel, what we think, and where we are with our friends on different social media sites, but we should also be mindful that there are other people, bad people, who can use those information for their own interests. So that's what
That's
I
an
think.
enlightening input, Patricia. Thank you. So that's all we have to say for this recitation activity. I hope that we have imparted something very fruitful, and have a good day. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.